Imagine this: you're 28, fresh out of a string of failed relationships, climbing the corporate ladder in a cutthroat tech firm, when suddenly, the woman who signs your paycheck, the formidable CEO everyone whispers is past her prime at 52, looks at you across a crowded boardroom, and your world tilts. Not because of power or money, but because in her eyes, you see a vulnerability that mirrors your own hidden scars. What if the love you've been chasing was right there, disguised in tailored suits and late-night emails? Stick with me till the end, because this isn't just a story, it's a reminder that sometimes, the heart defies every rule society throws at it, and the greatest risks lead to the most profound rewards. Alex Thompson had always been the ambitious type, the kind of guy who woke up at 5 a.m. to hit the gym before diving into code and spreadsheets at Innovatech Solutions, a rising star in the AI world. At 28, he was the youngest project manager in the company, with a resume that sparkled like the city skyline outside his high-rise apartment. But beneath the polished exterior, the sharp suits, the confident pitches, Alex carried a quiet ache. His last relationship had ended in a blaze of arguments and unmet expectations, leaving him swearing off love for the foreseeable future. Focus on the career, he'd tell himself, scrolling through dating apps only to delete them the next day. Work was his sanctuary, his escape. That all changed on a rainy Tuesday in October. The office buzzed with the news: Elena Vasquez, the CEO and founder of Innovatech, was back from a 3-month sabbatical. At 52, Elena was a legend in the tech industry, a self-made woman who had bootstrapped the company from a garage startup to a multi-million-dollar empire. Whispers followed her everywhere: she's brilliant, but too old for the game now. Why doesn't she retire and let the young blood take over? Alex had heard it all, but he'd always admired her from afar. She was sharp, unyielding, with a presence that commanded rooms without a word. Her dark hair, streaked with silver, framed a face etched with lines of experience, and her eyes, deep brown, like aged whiskey, held stories he could only guess at. The all-hands meeting was packed, the air thick with anticipation. Alex stood at the back, nursing a lukewarm coffee, when Elena took the stage. She spoke about vision, innovation, the future of AI in a world desperate for connection. But then, midway through, her gaze locked on his. It wasn't intentional, or so he thought, just a sweep of the crowd. Yet, in that moment, time slowed. Her voice faltered for a split second, a rare crack in her armor, and Alex felt a jolt, like electricity humming through his veins. After the meeting, as people milled about, Elena approached him directly. "Alex, right? Your work on the neural network project, impressive. Walk with me." What started as a professional chat in the hallway turned into an hour-long discussion in her corner office. Elena shared stories of her early days, the failures that nearly broke her, the loneliness of leading when everyone expected perfection. Alex opened up too, more than he intended, about his parents' divorce, his fear of repeating their mistakes. There was an ease between them, a rhythm that felt natural, like puzzle pieces clicking. But as the conversation deepened, Alex noticed the way her hand trembled slightly when she mentioned her ex-husband, a man who'd left her a decade ago, claiming she was too focused on work, too old for passion. The office rumors painted her as untouchable, a ice queen who'd sacrificed love for success. Yet here she was, vulnerable, human. Days blurred into weeks. Alex found excuses to collaborate on projects, late nights turning into shared dinners over takeout in the empty office. Elena's laugh, rare but genuine, became his favorite sound. She challenged him, pushed him to think bigger, but also listened, really listened, in a way no one else had. One evening, as rain pelted the windows, she confessed over a glass of wine, "People see me as this powerhouse, but inside, I'm just tired. Afraid I'll never feel that spark again." Alex's heart raced. He reached across the desk, his hand brushing hers. "Maybe you haven't been looking in the right places," he said softly. The air thickened, charged with unspoken possibilities. But then reality crashed in. She was his boss, 24 years his senior. What would people say? What about the power imbalance, the judgments? The challenges mounted quickly. Whispers started in the break room. Did you see them together? He's half her age. Alex's friends teased him mercilessly, calling it a cougar crush, while his family worried about his career. Elena faced her own demons, board members questioning her judgment, old insecurities resurfacing about being too old for love. One night, after a heated argument with a colleague who implied favoritism, Alex stormed out, doubting everything. Was this real, or just a rebound for both of them? Elena called him later, her voice breaking. I don't want to hold you back, Alex. You deserve someone your age, someone without baggage. He drove to her house in the storm, pounding on the door. Age is just a number, he insisted, pulling her into an embrace. What we have, it's real. That kiss, tentative at first, then fervent, sealed the spark. But the real test was just beginning. As their relationship blossomed in secret, they navigated the minefield of professional boundaries. Alex pushed for promotions on merit alone, refusing any shortcuts, while Elena mentored him fiercely, ensuring their personal connection didn't taint their work. Small resolutions came in quiet moments, a weekend getaway where they talked for hours about dreams deferred, healing old wounds. Yet, the emotional depth grew. Alex learned of Elena's unspoken grief over never having children, her fear of vulnerability after years of armor. He shared his own anxieties about commitment, rooted in childhood chaos. Together, they built trust, brick by brick, turning challenges into stepping stones. But the world outside loomed, ready to judge. The secrecy couldn't last forever. 6 months in, a company gala became the turning point. Alex and Elena arrived separately, but as the night wore on, stolen glances turned into a dance under glittering lights. The music swelled, and in that moment, surrounded by colleagues, they forgot the rules. A photographer snapped a photo, innocent enough, but the next day, it hit the internal chat, CEO and her boy toy? The backlash was swift. Emails flooded Elena's inbox, accusing her of impropriety. Investors murmured about stability. Alex faced outright hostility, co-workers icing him out, friends questioning his motives. Is it her money? Her power, they'd ask. He felt the weight of every stereotype, every doubt gnawing at him. Elena's resolve cracked first. In a tearful confrontation in her office, she pushed him away. This is destroying us both. I'm too old for this drama, Alex. Go find someone who won't complicate your life. Her words stung, echoing the title she'd once jokingly given their story. My CEO was too old for love, so why did I fall for her? But Alex refused to back down. He quit the next day, not out of spite, but to level the playing field. I love you, not your position, he told her. Let's build something real, away from the noise. Shocked, Elena took a leave of absence, and they retreated to a cabin in the mountains, where raw emotions poured out. The key challenges peaked there, Elena's deep-seated fear of abandonment, born from a loveless marriage and a career that demanded isolation. I've spent my life proving I'm enough, she admitted one night by the fire, tears streaming. But with you, I feel exposed. Alex shared his own vulnerabilities, his pattern of running from intimacy, fearing he'd end up like his fractured family. They argued, cried, laughed through the pain. Resolutions came slowly, therapy sessions where they unpacked baggage, honest conversations about societal norms. Alex started his own consultancy, thriving on his terms, while Elena reformed company policies on relationships, turning scandal into progress. Months later, they emerged stronger. The world didn't change overnight, judgments lingered, family dinners were awkward, but their bond deepened. Elena, once guarded, embraced vulnerability, mentoring young women on balancing love and ambition. Alex found purpose beyond ladders, valuing connection over conquests. They married quietly, a small ceremony with close friends who saw beyond ages. As they stood on a cliffside, overlooking the ocean, Elena whispered, "You showed me love isn't timed, it's timeless." And that's the inspiring message. In a world obsessed with labels and timelines, true love defies them all. It doesn't care about age, status, or expectations. It blooms in unexpected places, heals old wounds, and reminds us that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the gateway to profound joy. If Alex and Elena could rewrite their stories, so can you. Chase the spark, face the storms, and emerge unbreakable.